So my birthday present has finally arrived. It was ordered on the 14th of September. I just cut the tape here, cut the tape here. It was ordered on the 14th of September. It is now October 8th, right? I pre-ordered it on September 14th. It was released to the public on the 20th of September, which just so happens to be my birthday. This was a birthday gift to myself. It is now October 8th. So the question is, why did I pre-order? Right? They told me that when you order it online and you pre-order, that's one inventory. And when you walk into the store and just pick it up off the shelf, or you tell the store people, that's a completely different inventory. So my question is, once again, when I pre-ordered it, why didn't I have the option to pick up in store? And my second point is, why did I pre-order it? I have decided that unless I'm going to be saving money, I will never pre-order an item again, right? Because what's the point? I order it. I ordered ahead of its release, 1 week ahead of its release date. I plunked down my money to purchase a product. The day that it's released, I expect to get the product. But the product did not come until the following month on the 8th of October. You want to do the math of how many weeks I've been waiting for this product? Why did I pre-order it? Why did I spend the money? The guy told me I could have canceled my pre-order and then drove around to various stores to see if they had them. I pre-ordered it, so I didn't have to do that. Anyway, I'm extremely annoyed, right? Because what's the point of pre-ordering a product if you're not first to get it? Anywho, let's see what's in the box. So, my birthday present, which is now late, has finally arrived. It came from UPS. It's an interesting packaging. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So how do you... so this is what's creating the pressure to hold that down. But if I let this go, and I let this go, you can see now there's no more pressure, and the box just easily slides out. That's actually pretty ingenious. But I like that. I like that a lot. See, it's just simple. Close it down, makes it hot. It's an interesting box. I like it. I like it a lot. Hello everyone. I hope your day is going well. Welcome back to Barooq Nation. Barooq here, obviously, with another video. And as you can see, my birthday present to myself has arrived. I have been using an iPhone since the iPhone 3G. And roughly every 2 years, I have upgraded. Roughly. I did use the Galaxy S5. I did use a Galaxy A20. But for me personally, the iPhone, I'm invested in the iOS ecosystem, so the iPhone works best for me. I absolutely 100% love the Note series of phones, and I still might be getting myself a Note 10 Plus. Maybe. I'm not a... Like, for me, people... You want to argue that iOS is better? Go ahead. You want to argue that Android is better? Go ahead. The difference is... I really don't care. But, no, the thing is... There's a big difference between an Android, right? Samsung, Huawei, OnePlus, Google. Like, there's a huge difference. And then there's just iOS, right? iOS, if you're going to talk about you want an Android phone, then you should be using a Pixel, right? Because everything else has another company's skin on top. It has somebody else's programming on top. And it's not the same experience. You can use every single Android phone at the core is the same product, but there's always a feature or something will be slightly different. Whereas iOS, you use any modern iPhone, you're going to get the main thing is you're going to get all your security updates, you're going to get your patches, you're going to get your fixes, you're going to get your updates, everything's going to just work. That's why iOS is more locked down. I absolutely wish that I can move around all my apps and change my pictures and just drag and drop music. For me personally, I would get a Samsung device. So I'm going to say like on a Samsung device, just pop out my memory card, that's the one thing I absolutely wish Apple did. And for their control, I'm going to say, because they're control freaks, I don't see it happening. But I've got myself the 11 Pro Max. I wanted the 512, but let's be honest, here in Canada, especially Ontario, these prices are absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not going to lie, buying this phone, I bought it outright. I didn't get it on a plan because, once again, it's better to buy a phone in Canada, Ontario. It's better to buy a phone outright than to get it on a plan. Because when you buy it on a plan, you end up spending more money per month for your phone plan. And at the end of your 2-year term, because that's the minimum you can get locked into now, your 2-year term, you end up spending more on the phone than if you just got a plan and you already had a phone. So, yeah, this hurt. This purchase hurt. But now I can change plans. I can go anywhere I want, and I can just take my phone with me. I don't have to worry about being locked in. Now, with that said, if the Note is cheap enough on a plan, I might lock into a plan and get the Note 10 Plus. And then I can really enjoy, the Note, let's go back a little bit here. The Note 7, right, was the phone that I was going to leave iOS for. I was going to no longer have an Apple phone. I was going to get, right, the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. And I guess it wasn't meant to be, because I went to the store to buy it, and it was sitting on the shelf. And the guy told me, you can't have it because we're recalling the phone. Then the whole, the fires and stuff came out, and I'm like, just give me the phone. I'll keep it on ice. Anyway, let's open this thing up. Okay, let's see. Easy off, just like that. One pull. Whoop. So I know you've seen a million of these online already since, we're in October now. These came out on the 20th. And all the influencers and YouTubers, they got it on the 20th. But here we go. So those of you who didn't know, Green Lantern is my favorite DC superhero. So as soon as I saw there was a hunter green or a dark green, that's the color I had to get. I like to always get space gray or black, but once I saw the green, I was like, that's the color I have to get. And it's also the color that basically every single YouTuber got sent to them or they purchased. Right? This is the color that Apple's pushing because it's new, it's different, it's fresh. And as you can see, the phone in the box is basically the same size as the phone itself. Okay, so just pull the little pull tab. Out the phone goes. There is the now classic earpods with remote and a lightning connector. I have AirPods, so I don't think these will get much use. There is the new Lightning to USB-C. The future or the now, however you like to look at it. And finally, a faster charging block, bigger all around, USB-C, and come on, does it say? Well, it's 18 watts. Finally. We are in Canada. So we get the French and the English. And this is my first iPhone without the home button. So this information will actually come in handy. My first Face ID camera iPhone. Sleep and wake. Tap it twice for Apple Pay. Press and hold to turn on Siri. Multifunction button. Alright, get your tips. Tap anywhere on the screen to wake. Good to know. And your swipes. Volume up and down. And also your mute button. Home button. Or should I say, no more home button, so now you need to swipe up to go home. Like I said, this is my first non-home button Face ID iPhone, so this is actually going to be handy. And I know a lot of the other guys, they don't show the stuff because they're all experts already. They know everything about the phones. They get them for free. Maybe one day so will I. So to power off and SOS. So you press the power on the right and either of the volume rockers. Good to know. I was wondering how to reset this. Charging it. So that is actually very helpful for me. And we have, so on the right side, there's your SIM. There's your SIM ejector tool. French. Put that to the side. See, a lot of people don't do that. Will I be doing that? Probably not. But these warnings are for your protection. And also, so if you do something wrong, Apple has themselves covered and say, hey, we gave you the warnings and you didn't listen. But there is all the legal mumbo jumbo that comes with every single piece of technology, either a piece of paper or a PDF on the device or online. There's a link. But every company does it to cover their own butt. So if the user does something stupid, they can say, hey, we warned you. One day, maybe Apple will make these color-coded to the phone. I know it's an extra expense. The phones are extremely expensive. A little touch that would make the fans happy. But here are the classic stickers. And that's it. Now, I like how they display the phone back first, because let's be real, you look at the front, and if it's off, pretty much every single phone looks the same. Let's get rid of, and they decided to only put the protective plastic on the one side. So this side is just exposed. And then the glass itself has the one piece of plastic. So let's go and remove that. I did notice right away, once again, my first iPhone with the Face ID, I can really notice that the phone, it does have a little more heft to it. I personally like that. Alrighty, let me go set that up. And that is the unboxing, first look of my new iPhone 11 Pro Max. And I'm very excited because I personally like to use the zoom camera that is not on the 11, which is the reason why I didn't buy the 11. But I'm looking forward, I don't know which one it is, but I'm looking forward to the wide angle camera. Gonna have some fun with that. Let's get the first boots. Did I hold it long enough? There we go. I was wondering, like, does it not have any juice on it? I figure it would. And there it is. Once again, my first iPhone with a notch. Okay. We got power. Now this is one thing, I'm like, do I want to just transfer over everything that I have existing? I kind of do, and then I can just delete the stuff I don't want. Decisions. So it looks like it's literally this easy. All I have to do is put my iPhone 7 Plus, which you can see. Oh, went away. Took too long. But anyways, I put my iPhone. Come on, stupid Instagram. Put my iPhone 7 Plus next to the iPhone 11 Pro Max, and you can see that they are. I thought the Pro Max would be a lot bigger, but you can see it's just screen. The footprint is basically this. It's, well, it looks like it's the exact same. That's kind of cool. I got slightly distracted. You can see the difference that 3 years makes. Or was it 4 years? Right. 7 Plus and 11 Pro Max. Right? But the 8 and the 10 came out at the same time. All right. Yeah, 3 years I think it is, right? Because it was 8. Right after this came the 8 and the 10. Right? And then the 10X, right? Or the XR, right? And the 10S, right? So next was the XR and the 10S, and then now it's the 11 Pro, 11, yeah. So anyway, as you can see, that the Apple logo has moved down. All right, the dual camera with the flash and the microphone has now become triple camera with the flash and the microphone. This was the new when it came out. This was the jet black, hard to come by when it was new. Extremely fingerprint prone, extremely slippery. And now you have the new, the matte green. This is where you can really see. But I'm really surprised though. I really thought that this was a much bigger phone. But maybe it's a teeny bit wider, and it's a teeny bit thicker. But because I haven't looked at the spec sheets. I haven't looked at the spec sheets, but just visually, they look like they're the same height, and maybe this is a teeny bit thinner, right? Left to right, but thickness, I believe this is thicker. And much like the Apple Watch, you can see they have I don't know what it is, the swarm. That'll make the process really easy. So you hit the swarm. Pretty simple. And just like that, it is setting up. I decided to switch it over, and I'll just delete the stuff that I don't want to keep. And the transfer has begun. So the data transferred over. Now the phone's rebooting and updating and doing whatever it's doing. It's been about 20 minutes. Really simple. Just put the two phones next to each other, and they do their thing.